And what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy. For you end up like Be Easy, man. But make sure y'all subscribe to my second channel. Follow my Twitch as well in the description down below. Everything you need to know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. But hey, man, we have another Cavers video. You know what I mean? So for all my new subscribers and for all my new viewers, if y'all want to go watch videos like these, because I said it before and I'm going to say it again. You know what I'm saying? I have over 2,000 some videos. You're not going to find every video. I don't want you to look at a couple of videos, bro, and just be like, oh, you just do sports, you know, because you probably got some days where I just, you know, one day sports, another day sports, 3 days sports, 3 days straight sports, and then you probably got some other days where I'm 4 days straight true crime. So I have a lot in store for y'all, bro. So I don't want you to just feel like it's just sports or just only one type of content that I do. So for all my new subscribers and new viewers, bro, if y'all want to go watch videos like these, it is in the True Story playlist section, bro. I have true crime reactions, scary reactions, which is one of my favorites. You know, Halloween's coming up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we finna hop back into scary stories. We're gonna do a Halloween scary story. I got a lot of scary stories I'm gonna drop. Matter of fact, tomorrow probably be scary day. I'm thinking about bringing back Scary Friday. I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that in my old channel, bro, and they loved it, bro. But all my new subscribers and new viewers, true crime reactions, cartel reactions, scary reactions. I'm a man of many things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just, I pride myself in that of just not being a one person thing. I do everything. So whatever you want to see, it's in the playlist section. But we got Cavers Frozen Alive, the Ellison's cave tragedy. So I just did a cave video probably like 3 days ago, the Nutty Putty cave tragedy. And it was sad, man. It was really sad. And if y'all don't know, like, the cave is actually named Nutty Putty. You know what I'm saying? One of the most, I think, one of the most dangerous caves to explore in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And actually, and it's crazy how his body, he died in 2009. You know, I forgot his name, but y'all can go look at that video too. True story. Play the section. But he died in the cave and his body is still there. You know what I'm saying? So he died there and he's been there ever since 2009. So they actually turned the cave into like a grave site with this memorial on the cave. It was crazy. I just don't understand why people do this in the first place. No amount of money, no amount of gold. I don't care what's down there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing can make me go down there. Nothing can make me explore a cave. I am a strong believer in doing things. I can have fun without risking my life. So it's like, you can't have fun without risking your life. So you have to risk your life to have fun. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you're a grown man and you're a grown woman. So if you enjoy cave exploring, you enjoy cave exploring. But I feel like it's very stupid. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So it's like, it's sad what happened to you, but it's like, it's like I'm not surprised that it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I would never cave explore. I don't care. World record, that junk doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm not finna go cave exploring. There's no reason.
On February 12th,
you know, because you got some people, hey, dude, they do cave exploring because of the world records or it's probably gold or money down. Don't care. Same thing for the ocean. I would never explore the ocean. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about money that much. I don't care about gold that much. I am more important than money and gold in a world record. You only get one of me. You get plenty of dollar bills. You get plenty of $20 bills. You get plenty of $50 bills, $100 bills. You only get one of me. You get plenty of gold. It's gold everywhere, but you only get one Jalen. It's plenty of world records, but it's only one me. Think of it like that. It's so much more gold, so much more money, so much more world records, but it's not more of you. And that right there, me thinking that way, like, I'm the only Jalen in the world. Like, of course, there's other people that's named Jalen, but I'm the only me in the world. Oh yeah, I'm valuable. For sure. I'm valuable for sure.
Ventured into Ellison's cave, but their adventure turned into a nightmare.
This cave will try to kill you. Even when you get a warning, yeah, dude, you know, dude, that could be an adventure. Like, dude, look, warning, this cave would try to kill you. Like, dude, we have to go down this cave now. Like, we can't turn back. Look, dude, it's gonna try to kill us. Like, you know, like.
When two of them got stuck into a pit, together they would fight against the freezing temperatures.
I feel like God always gives you a warning before you die.
This is the unfortunate story.
I don't feel like people just die just to die.
North Georgia investigators say Perry and Lockenbach were wearing shorts and t-shirts and not dressed appropriately for the weather or the cave.
One of the most technical caves in the United States. They have the deepest freefall pit in the U.S.
On February 12, 2011, with winter almost gone but still giving off extreme cold temperatures, 10 students, 5 boys and 5 girls from the University of Florida decided to go caving. The lead planner was 20-year-old Grant Lockenbach, who was to celebrate his birthday the following week. Grant, Michael, and some of the other students had done caving before, hence this looked to be just another adventure for them. Michael and Grant, though at different university levels and departments, were very close friends because they both were academic scholars and Christian brothers who loved adventures, from rock climbing to skydiving, surfing, all the way to cave exploring. Only a few weeks before the tragic accident, the two guys had visited another cave and were all delighted with their experience. As they planned for the next trip on February 12th, they picked Ellison's Cave, an over 1,000-foot deep cave which is nestled in Walker County on Pigeon Mountain in Georgia. This cave is considered the 12th deepest in the whole of America, but what's more crazy is that it has the deepest unobstructed pit in the United States. This pit is so deep it is called the Fantastic Pit, and it is almost 2 times taller than the Statue of Liberty.
Oh my God.
To get there, the students traveled over 400 miles from the university the previous day. They reached Georgia in the afternoon and booked a hotel close to the wildlife management area where Pigeon Mountain is located. The following day, they all got up enthusiastically and prepared for the mountain. They were dressed in casual clothing and bustled about, putting their caving materials, headlamps, helmets, and ropes into their vehicles. However, before they started the climb, they left their phones and took along with them only caving essentials. Leaving their phones behind would be something they would come to regret later.
Yeah, that's kind
As the group made their way up the mountain, they started to worry about the cold that was intensifying.
Like, leaving your phone has got to be the most stupidest thing for you. Honestly, leaving your phone at the house and leaving your wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, that's the 2 things that I have to have on me before I leave the crib. And my gun, of course. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like, leaving your phone is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, overly.
As the temperature continued to drop.
You had your phone, you could save your life.
Them, nobody
actually, there was service in there, but I mean,
consider the weather enough to bring thick clothes along.
Probably have a bar or something.
Grant and Michael were also dressed casually the last time they went caving, so they probably thought everything was going to be fine. Besides, they weren't even planning to go too far into the cave. As the students approached one of the entrances of the cave after hiking for almost 1 hour, they were shocked by what they found. A narrow opening, jagged around its edges. It was so
look at this, like, this screams death. Like, why would I try to go down there? Like, that screams death, bro. This screams death. Like, what in, like, nothing can ever make me go down there. No amount of money can make me go down there. What person in their right mind would go down there? What is your legit reason? Like, what are you trying to find, bro? I don't understand. Like, humans don't know how to just be humans. That's why you all, like, that's why it's like animals, other animals, like, we're animals as well. We're just, like I said, we're just on top of the species chart. But that's why other species survive long, unless they're killed by humans, unless they're, you know, that type of dinosaurs, you know, mankind and killed a lot of, you know, other than that. I'm just talking about when it comes to like being smart. Humans just don't know how to be human. Humans like go in places where they're not supposed to go. They don't know how to just stay on land and be a human. They try to go in caves. They try to go in deep oceans. They try to go in space. They try to do things where humans not supposed to do. You're not supposed to go deep in the ocean. That is not your home. God did not make oceans for humans. He made oceans for sharks, for fishes, for them type of creatures. God gave us land, bro, for a reason. If he wanted us to be in the ocean, why didn't he just put us in the ocean? If God wanted us to be in caves, he would have put us in caves, bro. God put us on land for a reason, because guess what? That's where we're supposed to be. You don't see sharks trying to come on land. If they try to come on land, they will die. You don't see other animals, other species that's in the ocean try to come on land, try to invade our space. But here we go, trying to invade their space. You seen what happened to them cats that went down there, down to the ocean, bro, and that submarine never came back up. We don't know what the frick is in that ocean. You know the ocean is only like, what, 20-some% discovered? You don't know what the frick is down there? That's one thing that humans don't play with, though, for real. It's the ocean. Well, they kind of do. You know, it's nothing that really humans don't stick their hands in, you know, but that's one thing I'll say that humans can't take over. You know, humans try to take over everything, but you can't take over that ocean. It's a whole different world, whole different ball game. You can't kill everything in the ocean. Now, I mean, you can't rule the ocean. You can't do that.
Small that only one person could cross it at a time, and with some effort. They
Look
couldn't
at this.
see anything beyond this entrance, but the darkness of the cave was beckoning to them. So one by one, they lowered their bodies into the cave and soon came face to face with a daunting darkness that was gradually replaced by their headlights. As the insides of the cave became fully visible, they were amazed to see the beauty of it.
Look at this beauty.
Unfortunately, though, they still had the biting cold to worry about.
Beauty.
In the summer, the water in the cave was around 56 degrees Fahrenheit, so you imagine how freezing it would be in the winter.
That's funny.
Hence, the group settled for a brief exploration of the little part of the cave and would be on their way out. Besides, nobody was even thinking of bathing in the waters or anything. But then, something unexpected happened. As they were completing their exploration, the backpack of one of the students fell into a vertical pit called the warm-up pit. This one is not as deep as the Fantastic Pit, as it is just 125 feet, but it was nevertheless risky.
That's still high. Oh, your backpack is gone. Sorry. Your backpack, things in your backpack is replaceable. You are not. I'm going the other way. Don't even ask me to go down there. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess your backpack is gone then. But that would have been my backpack. Oh, no! Well, guess I'll get another backpack then. I'm not finna... My backpack! Somebody give me a rope. I don't care if it's deep. I need the things in that backpack. Give a freak about that backpack. That backpack is gone and on.
Temperatures here were extremely cold because of a waterfall there that roared like a lion and chilled like Antarctica. It wasn't a place anyone should enter, especially someone dressed the way that these students were dressed. But the backpack contained some essential materials that the group would need, and it wasn't like they planned to spend long down there. It was only going to be a quick drop to retrieve the bag and then out again. Being the leader of the group, Grant volunteered to get the bag. His friends told him to not risk it and just leave the bag because they could sense something bad was going to happen. But he didn't listen and insisted that he would be fine.
You see what I said? God always gives you warnings before you die. Always give you... No, bro, just leave the bag. It's not that serious. No, I'm going to just go anyways. God always gives you warnings. Freaking die, bro. I'm telling you, I feel that way.
Sense something bad was going to happen, but he didn't listen.
He just said, leave the bag.
Being the leader of the group, Grant volunteered to get the bag. His friends told him to not risk it and just leave the bag because they could sense something bad was going to happen. But he didn't listen and insisted that he would be fine. So they tapped him on the back and told him good luck as he made to lower himself down the pit with a rope. Grant slowly rappelled down the abyss to a considerable distance when he started to shiver a little as the cold intensified. But he hadn't gotten to the worst of it yet. As he approached further below, the noise from a rushing waterfall nearby began to grow louder and louder, but he could still hear his friends talk and reassure him. He had gone halfway down when something terrible happened. As he descended further, Grant came face to face with the wailing waterfall. Already shivering hard now, he tried to avoid the freezing water from touching him, but in his attempt...
Like, is that serious? That's serious? Is that serious? A backpack is that serious? to go 125 feet down, freezing cold, bro. You're in shorts. like, and I'm the type of person, y'all. I'm a average type of dude, right? I don't like being too hot. I don't like being too cold. I like being room temp. Like, being too hot irritates me. I don't care if it's like hecka cold outside. I don't want to be blazing hot in here. I want to be more hot than cold, right? But I want to be room temp. It could be hot as heck outside. I don't want it to be freezing cold in there. I want it to be more cold than hot, but room temp. So I know I would have died down there. You know, like I cannot stand being too cold and too hot. You know, but it's like, bro, you're in shorts, bro. No way you thought this was a good idea. No way you thought going down 125 feet in shorts. And did you have short sleeves on? That makes it worse. You going down a freezing cold cave, 125 feet for a backpack?
Tried to avoid the freezing water from touching him.
Come on, my guy.
In his attempt, the worst.
This is so avoidable.
First, he heard a loud jolting sound come from his harness and rope. He had stopped moving. With his shivering, it wasn't hard for panic to fill his veins. So he started jolting with his rope and harness to try to get it to work again. But his attempt only meant that the rope wrapped around him further. Then his worst fear came to pass as he tried to get himself out of the entanglement.
Hey, y'all gotta understand, he can't drop. He's 125 feet in the air. He can't drop. You know what I'm saying? He can't. He can't pull himself up either, y'all. So he's stuck right there. Either he cut himself off or he drops the freak down. Like what I said, either he cut himself off and he dropped the freak down, or he stands right there and freezes to death. This is a no survival situation. He puts himself in a lose-lose situation. This is what happens when you don't listen to warnings.
Cold water drenched him. By this time, he was already screaming at the top of his lungs for help, but his shouts were muffled and suffocated by the roaring waterfall and his shivering mouth. Nevertheless, his friends did hear him and shouted back. They all looked at each other, confused and worried, but Michael didn't hesitate to strap on the same rope his friend had used down.
Oh no.
As he descended to save his friend, he cried at him to sit tight. He soon reached Grant, who had become slow and incoherent with words and movement, save for his severe shivers and confused state. He was exhausted and could only fumble his hands. Michael screamed this update towards his friends above, who were slightly relieved but couldn't predict what happened next. As Michael tried to wring his friend free, he too became entangled by the rope. Even worse, his body was also being soaked in the same cold water that was already freezing his friend to death. Realizing that he too couldn't move, neither up nor down the rope, he started screaming for help as well. On hearing
Why would
this,
you do that? Like, the best thing to do, bro, is just to go and call help. I'm gonna go and tell y'all this, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is just plain and simple. And I'm not risking my life. I don't care if you like my close homie. Like, if I see a situation where we're just not gonna, I'm not finna die for you, bro. I'm sorry. Especially if I told you not to do something and you did it anyways. I don't love you like that, bro, to die for you. Two worse than one. Probably was just your day to die, broski. Told you not to do it. I told you not to do it. But you think I'm finna go down there and I die too as well? Call me a bad friend, I guess I am. Told him not to do it. I'm not finna do that for my friend. Why, so I can die? So I can be a jackass just like you? I'm just being real. Like I'm the type, bro, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to these situations, bro, like I said, bro, I'm looking out for myself in these situations. I'm sorry. And I'm the most, I am unselfish when it comes to a lot of things, bro. But when it comes to my life, I'm selfish than a mother ever. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it G with you, bro. Because I'll never put you in that position, bro, to choose between me or you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna have to worry about me doing dumb stuff, bro. Like, I will save my friend, bro. I would definitely try to save my friend if I feel like he can be saved. But if I see this situation as something that just, I cannot save you, bro, I'm finna go call for help, bro. I'm not finna try to save you when I know I cannot save you. In a situation where I know I can save you, then yeah, I will save you for sure. I'll definitely put my life on the line for you for sure. But when it comes to things that I cannot save you from, I'm not finna try to be Captain Save a Hero and end up dying. Both of us dying because I'm trying to save you. Heck no, bro. So that what bro did. Bro did that. You know, so it's just like, this was totally an avoidable death too. This was definitely avoidable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. Matter of fact, you could have just left the backpack and just go on your little merry little way, but you try to go get a backpack, bro. That was 125 feet down. It's just crazy.
Friends above were thrown into a frenzy, but needed to act fast. Some of them stayed behind while the others made their way out of the cave. The ones that stayed continued communicating with the boys below, giving them words of encouragement. They prayed for and assured them that help was on the way. Those who made it out started descending the mountain with all the strength they could muster, and in less than 30 minutes they were at its floor. With hands shaking and eyes blurry, they retrieved their phones that they had left in the car and quickly phoned the authorities. By that time, it was 2:19 p.m. Back in the cave, the voices of Michael and Grant were growing fainter and fainter as the cold ripped into them. Their friends above were fearing the worst would happen and were doing their best to encourage and make them resist while rescue was on the way. The cold was using up all their bodies' energies. Their respiratory systems and hearts were failing, and after around 30 minutes of communicating with their friends above, their voices could not be heard anymore. Their friends were devastated to see the rope that the boys used down just dangled slightly this way and that. After a while, the other friends who had left before returned with the county's cave and cliff rescue team. And while part of the rescue team was offering treatment against hypothermia to the 8 other students, the other rescuers quickly descended down the pit and found Michael and Grant hanging from the rope at 3:30 p.m. They checked for their pulses, but found none. They were already too late. They communicated their findings to those above, and the cave echoed with endless sobs and wails. As the other members tried to console the grieving students, those who had descended down the pit faced a huge problem. Getting the boys off of the entangled rope was impossible. Just as the heroic Michael had found it hard to rescue his friend, even these experienced rescuers also had a hard time prying their bodies loose. The only difference was they were well dressed for the unfriendly weather and equipped with various rescuing tools, so they went to work. Their efforts lasted for 6 hours and only reached completion around 10 p.m. when they were finally able to release the boys from the deadly hold and pull them up the pit. Their friends broke down yet again when they saw Michael and Grant. It was a tough loss for their families and the University of Florida. Grant was a brilliant student of sociology in his final year. The Grant Lockenbach Memorial Fund was established to provide scholarships through the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
It's just sad, man. It's just avoidable. It's just so sad because this is like an avoidable death, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, dang, this could have been avoided, man. You know, all over a backpack, man. You know what I'm saying? All over one that go cave diving. It's just avoidable, man. It's avoidable. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and you was a Christian too, man. So my heart goes out to you as well, bro. You know, and hopefully you're in a better place, man. But it's just, man, just an avoidable death, man. Avoidable.
Michael was another academic genius, and because of his heroism in trying to save his friend, he was commemorated with a Carnegie Medal from the Carnegie Hero Fund Commission. The Department of Fine Arts also created a Michael Pyrie Memorial Scholarship Fund, which is awarded to students on the Gator Marching Band that, quote, exhibit strength of character, generosity, exuberance, and dedication to the Gator Band. These were the same attributes that experienced diver Marcin K. possessed when he went into the Weeki Wachee Cave, not expecting the tragedy that was about to happen. Click here to watch that terrible.
So yeah, man, that was a good video right there. If y'all want me to do more cave reviews, I seen people in my Twitch live stream asking me to do that. Very, very sad death, though. Very sad death, honestly. But yeah, man, it's your boy Jay, man. Take it easy. But yeah, not like easy, man. Long live 2 boys, though, man, for sure. That was crazy.